Everyone, we need to have a talk. You guys do not understand how much the Muppets mean to me. I love these guys so much. I grew up with DVDs of the original show that made me fall in love with this zany cast of characters, their silly little sketches, their entertaining musical numbers, and all of the behind the scenes craziness that my main frog Kermit has to contend with to make sure the show goes off without a hitch. In 2011, the world was graced with The Muppets, a movie that promised the return of this group. This film is what I consider to be my favorite movie of all time. It perfectly balances the story of the Muppets coming back together for a common goal where they grapple with their legacy, with a new story about their fans and two brothers realizing they're moving in separate directions, on top of being an amazing film in pretty much every other way. This film would later be followed up by Muppets Most Wanted in 2014, which is another great film, and it falls more in line with traditional Muppet movies. However, the return of the Muppets promised by these films was short-lived. After that, they got an ABC sitcom, which was missing a lot of the chaotic tone of the Muppets, a miniseries on Disney Plus, which was okay, called Muppets Now, a Haunted Mansion Halloween special starring Gonzo, which was also just kind of okay, and the Electric Mayhem Show, which isn't bad, but I don't think there is anyone looking for it. Also, apparently there was a Lady Gaga special on Netflix somewhere in there? I don't know. So really, since Muppets Most Wanted, true classic Muppet content has been really scarce. I have been starved for years now for something, anything with Kermit and the original gang, either a new movie parodying something Disney related, another sequel to Muppets 2011, or even a new show bringing the Muppets back to their theater. And now, in the year of our Lord 2026, a Muppet Show special with Sabrina Carpenter, Maya Rudolph, and Seth Rogen has released. And better yet, the special promises that if it goes well, we could be in for a full revival of the original show. So my pitch for this video is that you, yes, you, whoever is watching this video, needs to watch this special. Honestly, as I was watching it, all I could think was that it was a perfect modernization of the show. I could really feel the appreciation from the creative team behind it from all the little details. They play a snippet of Moving Right Along from the original movie as Kermit sends Scooter up to Sabrina's dressing room. That was awesome. Instead of just packing every scene with the really well-known Muppets, the sketches are filled with random background weirdos just like the original show. There are so many cameos from characters like Robin, or even a full performance from Rizzo, characters that the 2010s duology kind of left out. I also really appreciate the fact that they don't overload the special with nostalgia. It would have been so easy for them to throw in acts with only big-name characters like Electric Mayhem or The Swedish Chef, or fill it with things like Pigs in Space or Veterinarian's Hospital. But no, they put in things like Muppet Labs, but also original sketches like Pigs in Wigs, and musical numbers for modern songs just like the original show did at its time. And there wasn't a single one of these acts that did not have me entertained. I kind of wish they had a Fozzie joke segment, but that was like the only thing they missed. Besides, he did some good jokes backstage. Speaking of which, the backstage segments were great too. This is where you get the heart from, since Kermit is doing his regular thing of trying to keep the show all together. A big thing I've always loved about the Muppets is their parodying of show business, and how every production inevitably has something go wrong, so I'm glad they knew how important these segments are to the show. So yeah, I think it was a pretty faithful revival. And the three main celebrities featured all slide in perfectly as well. Sabrina Carpenter, who I don't really pay much attention to, was great both as a singer on stage or as another person interacting with the Muppets. I loved her scenes with Miss Piggy, and her little duet with Kermit was nice too. Seth Rogen and Maya Rudolph were cute in their respective roles, and Seth Rogen and Sabrina Carpenter were both executive producers on the special, and honestly, if they stick around for a full series along with the rest of the team behind the special, then I'm sure it would be in good hands for a full show. I haven't seen the studio yet, but I've heard really good things about that, so I guess Seth Rogen is just being a really good producer. This special brought me so much joy. Really, I feel like this project has understood the Muppets the most since the 2010s movies. That they are a wacky group of characters finagling their way through show business. I love them for that, and I think a return to that formula was a long time coming. So yeah, watch the special. Help the Muppets stay in their theater, and hopefully we can get a full series. I'm also keeping an eye on that Miss Piggy movie from Jennifer Lawrence and Emma Stone, and every once in a while I see a rumor for another sequel to my beloved Muppets 2011. However, the fact that this show can come back as a special and be just as good as the original run is incredible. And this should be the kick in the pants that Disney needs to do more stuff with the Muppets. Anyway, that's all I've got for today. Like and subscribe if you feel like it, and if you have seen the special, let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Thanks for watching. Bye. Also, Matt Vogel's Kermit voice isn't that bad. In fact, I think it's improved, but whatever, that's just my opinion. Just don't dismiss the special because you don't like the new voice for Kermit, please. Okay, thanks, bye.